Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly values, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your hostess, femininity coach, and author of the Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So we're going to continue with the conversation about Kamala Harris's campaign and that mismanagement of her budget. Now, on the screen, what you see here is a screenshot of the video that's about to play. If you're new here, you should be, you should know that I don't usually allow certain videos to play just because of the whole, copyright thing, because I want you guys most times to hear the information rather than look at it. But the screenshot that I got it was important because before I play the video, which I'm only going to play some of it, I might play it. It's like 5 minutes though. This is a screenshot of some of what is said to be the spending of Harris Walt's campaign, $100 million for various consulting and marketing firms. That's very vague, right? Real vague. She almost need an audit. 15 million for quote event production. 4 million for private jets. Another 4 million for social media marketing. So what that means to me is all of the people who were social media, who had podcasts, who had platforms that was riding for her. I'm sure that some of that was within that $4 million. No, the 1 million to Oprah, and then just a measly 150,000 to Black Voters Matter. That's the kick in the teeth right there. All this other is in the tens or the hundreds of millions. All this other stuff. And then for Black Voters Matter to woo the Black vote, not even $500,000, not even $250,000. This is $150,000. Y'all should feel insulted. But I wanted to read that out because that's a part of the video. It was only up for a quick moment, but I needed you guys to continue to look at this list here and listen to what's being said. Here we go.
For the Harris Waltz campaign, which is now at odds with the DNC over its reported $20 million debt.
FEC filings also show the campaign blew through more than $1 billion in just 3 months on things like celebrity events, consultants, and those always tricky private jets. Yeah. Allison Nguyen is a former Obama fundraiser and a Silicon Valley tech pioneer. She joins us now. Allison, a Harris aide telling Axios, quote, "How do you raise an historic amount of money and not win a single swing state?" The honest answer is, I don't know. It seems we lost the national narrative, and that's what we need to diagnose. So, Allison, as a former Democrat fundraiser yourself, what insight can you provide into how they blew through all this money with nothing, absolutely nothing to show for it?
Good morning, Todd. Good morning, Carly. Well, I think the Harris campaign is really out of touch. Even my 3 teenage kids told me that brat girl summer is over. So why are you spending millions of dollars on Megan Thee Stallion twerking, Lizzo, Eminem, J-Lo, Usher? Some of these are associates of P. Diddy. He is really not okay right now. So why do you want this type of affiliation? Right now, we really have to be very mindful, very demure. Not like that Donald Trump is demure, but he actually went on Theo Vaughn and Joe Rogan. He talked for hours, and you really got to know his personality. He really cares and is curious about what's going on with the American people and the youth. I really enjoyed his podcast with Theo Vaughn, where he actually flipped the script and started asking Theo Vaughn why he was addicted to, I believe, cocaine and fentanyl. And that's an
Now I'm gonna pause that video. I'm gonna pause the video right there. We may or may not continue on because she said something really key. This lady, she says her, she got teenagers, and she said her son told her brat girl summer was over, i.e., hot girl summer, i.e., you know what I'm saying, the whole phase summer. That's what she's trying to say. It was a polite way to say it. That's over. So why are we dealing with Megan Thee Stallion? Why are we dealing with these chicks getting up here twerking? It doesn't make any sense. It's not going to reach anybody. This doesn't help anybody. It doesn't resonate with anybody. So what was the point of that? I mean, when you got teenagers in the country that I would assume like to watch chicks twerk, are giving you a side eye about whether or not, like, why are you having them twerk at a political rally? You really are going in the wrong direction. And so she's being slammed. Harris is being slammed. Her campaign is being slammed over this monumental wasting of money. To see, one of the biggest problems is that this is money. The reason why they're seeing it as wasted money is because she wasn't even close to winning that election. She didn't win any of the swing states. She didn't win. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't even a competition. At the end of it, when we started, when the votes got tallied up, when the electoral college votes got tallied up, it was like a no-go. It was like, okay, we're not even going to waste too much time trying to keep on going through these votes. It was such a landslide until the DNC is like, okay, well, we sunk this money into you and it wasn't even close. Like, it's gotta be close at least if we're going to sink this money into it. And then where did the money go? Because you're not able to pay the vendors, you're not able to pay staff, you're not able to pay these people who were boots on the ground for you, who were going in, and I'm not even talking about celebrities. I'm talking about everyday people who this is their job. Their job is to help candidates run their campaign, because the candidate doesn't run their campaign. The candidate doesn't, do the logistics, and they don't do that. They just go, they say their speeches, they present well, or they try to, things of that nature. But you've got people who are on the campaign trail with you, who are organizing, who are going around making sure that you can be at this venue, that you can speak over here, that the campaign trail, okay, we're going to hit this state, we're going to hit this city, we're going to go over here, we're going to spend this many days over here, we're going to spend these many hours over here, we got to talk to these council members, these mayors, these governors, these people, however they have to organize that. The candidate themselves are not doing that. You've got people who have to budget the campaign money, make sure that this money is being allocated where it should be, and making sure that it's not being wasted, because it's not an infinite amount of money. So it's like, okay, well, we need to make sure that this is paid and that's paid and da 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 da. And she's being dragged. And I said this before, it's going to stop being a kiki and it's going to start being a real problem. It's going to be a scandal. She had better come up with either the money or a satisfactory answer about it. If she doesn't want this to go past everybody's sort of snickering at the incompetence of it all, she better figure that out. And she better figure it out fast. Because it's really not funny, honestly speaking. Because within this clip, they start asking, wait a minute, do you supposed to pay like the celebrity endorsements? Like you pay them? So that's starting to be a question. Wait a minute. You saying you paid this one, paid that one, paid. You're not, wait a minute. Are you even supposed to pay these people? That's starting to be the question. Right? The other thing that was mentioned was who the celebrities are. Many of them have some sort of affiliation to Diddy, which, regardless of whether he's actually guilty, not guilty, the associations don't look good, especially in this arena. A lot of times when you are doing something like you're running for public office and things of that nature, it's very, very important about your associations. Who's linked to whom and who's linked to you, and whether or not those links are significant or not, or prominent or not. Right? So if just for optics sake, you might not have wanted to delve so deep into the celebrity pool at this time, because the industry is like under scrutiny right now, and it's not a good scrutiny. It's a pretty bad one. So, you might want to, if anybody was smart on her team, they would have steered her away from celebrity endorsements altogether, no matter who it was. And, you lean more towards like the sorority or something like that. Those people, to come speak and things of that nature. It'll give it a more of an air of professionality and not a BET award show. Right? Part of the problem is don't nobody like Kamala. She's not likable. It's just something about her that's and my opinion is that she comes across too disingenuous. It's too much of, that's not really your personality. That's why she's not likable, because she's putting on a personality that she thinks is likable and relatable, and it's not. And even if it were, we can sense that that's not actually who she is. And it just seems like she's afraid of being disliked, but it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. She's not liked because she won't be her. Right? She won't be herself. And just let the chips fall where they may. This is why people relate to Trump even when they don't like him, because he really just who he is, whether you like him or not. He's not trying to not be that person. He who he is. I mean, it is what it is. If you don't like how he do things or how he say things or how he come across or whatever the case may be, I mean, I don't think he lose no sleep over it. It's a realness to him, regardless of whether you like him. At minimum, you get the sense that, no, this is who he is. This is even who he is when the cameras are not going. And she just didn't do that. But aside from that, she done blew this money, y'all. And this is not going to go away. People going to keep on talking about this. Her campaign better come up with something. An answer or something. They come up with something. Because this is not going to go away, and people are going to stop snickering about it. And the people who really, are truly affected by it, that, what I'm saying, can hold her feet to the fire about that, is going to start holding her feet to the fire about that. Because that's not no money to sneeze at. None of those figures on the screen right now are figures to sneeze at. You're going to answer for that. You got to answer for more than $1 billion, baby. You got to say something to somebody. I don't know how you going to resolve it, but it need to be resolved. This was her opportunity economy. Jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your hostess, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.